I remember that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Unturned podcast. I'm your host, cucuycharles. I'm joined once again by the Knight Rider.
This is the second time.
Staswalle.
It's actually the third.
And we have a special guest today, Timo.
Hello, everyone.
And Trident is busy with family issues right now, so he'll probably be back later. But I'm a bit sick as well, so sorry if I don't talk a lot. This episode will sound a little bit more nasally because I'm just sick. But before we start this actual episode, I already said this before, but literally, I've talked about this for the past 2 months now, that I've been trying to get in contact with 505 Games to get a developer of Console Edition to talk to on the podcast. And I'm starting to believe that there's actually nobody working on Unturned Console. I've tried to get in contact with 505 Games support, which only 505 Games has told me to go message other people, in which they gave me other emails that are quote unquote 505 emails, but they're not real. They're not real emails. They keep giving me random dead emails that don't even work. And I'm starting to believe that actually these people are just trying to sweep under the rug whatever I'm saying. I don't know. But besides 505 Games, I tried to get in contact with Cradle Games, which it was very worrying. I said this beforehand. It was very worrying to go to Cradle Games' website. By the way, the main developers of Unturned Console right now, Cradle Games, and see that the only thing that they were focused on was this game called Hellpoint, which is some weird MMO that they're developing. They had no mention of any other projects that we're working on whatsoever. They just had Hellpoint on the actual, everywhere. There was no mention of anything else. No mention of Unturned being, developed by them at all. And I'm, looking, and I'm like, that's very weird, and that's very strange. So I go to Cradle Games' Discord server, and I go ahead and ask them, hey, yo, can I get someone to talk to? And Cradle Games immediately said to literally message 505 Games support. Well, that was about a month ago. And again, that's how I got the 2 random emails that don't even work now. And I'm at this point where I'm starting to believe that actually nobody is working on Unturned Console because no one is telling me anything. They're not even responding to the message that I sent. Every person I try to talk to in this entire circle have told me to message somebody else, which that person does not exist. These people do not exist. And I'm like, is there anybody working on this game right now? Because if there's not, then I think this is a big problem for whoever is in charge of Unturned Console, because if this is, I can't even get someone, at all. There's no one I'm being told that's working on this game. I'm starting to believe that Cradle Games doesn't even work on this game because they're completely avoiding the question of whether or not any one of them is developing this game. Because, I don't know, they keep telling me to go to 505 support, which is very strange, because if you're working on the game, like 505 is saying, and that you're saying on the Unturned Console Edition Twitter, then where the fuck is the developers? Who is actually developing this game? I'm starting to believe that there's actually nobody. There's actually nobody developing this game right now, and it's actually concerning. It's actually concerning if nobody's developing Unturned Console right now, and that nobody knows what's going on. Because that is so weird. The only person now, because I've been backed up into this corner, is the only person I can really contact to figure out who is actually anybody at all to get someone to talk to who's developing Unturned is Nelson now, because both Cradle Games and both 505 Games have told me absolutely nothing. They've been hiding this info from me for whatever reason. This is actually ridiculous. So
you're just on a blacklist at this point.
They're blacklisting me because I mentioned Unturned, bro. It's actually kind of insane.
No, they heard about the infamous Unturned glitcher, okay?
No, but I mean, this is just, I didn't have this problem with Facepunch. I got in contact with Facepunch, and they literally, they said things that literally there was no way that they would know. They're more in the loop than everybody. I messaged Facepunch, they're pretty cool. I messaged Nelson multiple times, including Molt as well. They're pretty responsive and everything, but it really does show how, I think a Knight said this before, but literally, the developers of majority games, when they give you immediately support and they talk to you, that's the greatest. I'll never underestimate. I don't know what you call it. What's it called? You don't take
take it for granted. You will not take it for granted.
I will never not appreciate the support and the amount of info that I'm able to get from the people that I'm able to message within the Unturned community, except for Unturned Console. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's actually it's concerning. It's concerning as hell. But sorry, I kind of wanted to explain that to anybody that was listening that was confused about Unturned Console, because literally, I don't even know what's going on. I've gone nowhere. Since the first time I actually wanted to get in contact with them to now, there has been no difference whatsoever about any information of who is working on this game right now. It's so
I'm a
weird.
bit confused. You messaged 3 companies that all have some sort of tie to Unturned Console. Why are there 3 companies?
I mean,
okay,
505. So Cradle Games are the developers, 505 are the publishers, right?
Okay.
And what's the third one?
I didn't. No, it's just
Starts
two
with an
dead
F?
emails. It was just two companies. It was just 505 and Cradle Games.
Yeah, Cradle are the developers and 505 are the publishers.
Yeah, and
Okay.
nobody's been able to tell me anything about this at all. And 505 Games have given me two different dead emails that don't even work. It's been like 2 weeks now, and I've gotten no response from anything that they've sent me at all. And Cradle Games is just deflecting. I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
It's really worrying to me, honestly.
To the point. Stop asking about the console edition episode. Okay, stop. It's not our fault. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Anyways.
I personally want this episode to exist. But if we're being real for a minute, if I can't even figure out who's working on this game right now, that's crazy. That's kind of crazy to think about. This is a fucking huge publisher, bro. They literally publish games like fucking Terraria. Like, this is how big they are. How are they this
You're
bad at
just too
telling me
small.
who's developing this game?
podcast is too small. It's
We're about to
not
get the
relevant.
No, it's not even
Terraria
about that.
fans
It's not even,
up
I
in
just
our
don't
DMs.
think no. If it even was that we were too small, they would have just said no. We don't want to talk to you. No, I've literally they told me go message
They're
these people and they
dodging,
don't exist.
okay.
Those people don't exist. I'm never gonna respond to the direct message of hey, is anyone willing to come onto an episode of the Unturned podcast? That's never happened. They've always told me to go message somebody else, which makes me believe that these people don't exist. That nobody is actually doing anything about this game. It's weird. It's actually weird. It's this shouldn't be a thing that happens.
Okay. Anyways,
But yeah, I'm sorry I had to do that to you, Timo, for this episode because I'm actually really annoyed. I'm really annoyed with this entire ordeal. This shouldn't be happening.
anyways, we've got in this episode we've got Timo with us.
Hi,
Hello.
Timo.
Hello.
The winner of
Timo, what are your thoughts on all of this? This kerfuffle?
I'm fine with this. So
no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be.
don't
fine with
worry,
this.
take your time.
Why are you fine with this?
Bro,
I'm
Charles,
just like that. I'm most of the time I'm fine. So with everything, you know.
I mean,
Well, this is the same guy that made Glacier.
do you
with Polar Bear, so I
personally
mean,
do
like,
you
I don't-
personally care about Unturned Console Edition, Cucuy?
Do I care
personally,
about it?
Yeah, I don't think anyone really cares about
The thing
console.
is, it's
don't.
more so like, okay, I'm never gonna play probably Unturned Console because it's bad, right? I'm never gonna play that game. I'm never gonna do that. But if there's people that are developing Unturned Console right now that are hiding in the shadows, that nobody knows who's going on, I think it's a good idea to at least talk to somebody and be like, hey, what's going on? What's the deal with Unturned Console? At least that, right? At least I want to talk to somebody that even exists in the first place. But it's not about like, oh, do I care about Unturned Console? Which I kind of do because it's an extension of Unturned. I think Unturned Console, I've said this before in this podcast, like in the early days, was super botched. Unturned Console is literally a joke. It's a joke, and I think it's still like Unturned though. It's still Unturned IP, and I think I'm willing to go ahead and ask somebody, hey, do you want to talk about Unturned and actually get a conversation about Unturned Console and the development of it? Because I think that's something that nobody really knows. Think about it real quick. How many of the community, the inner community that exists right now, or even the entirety of Unturned, know anything about the development of Unturned Console as we know it?
I mean, yeah.
There's no
It's
one that's
pretty
gone any.
secretive.
There's no information. There's no context. There's nobody that knows. Most people don't even know that Cradle Games is the people that are developing Unturned Console now. They probably still think it's Fun Labs, like Sir Addy was thinking back in the day. But like, it's still something that I want to do because again, it's Unturned and it's something that nobody really knows and nobody wants to talk about. I think it's very interesting to discuss that. But if I'm not being told who the hell is developing this game and who is actually not, like, who is actually working on this and not being told that, it's really weird. It's really strange how I've tried multiple times and nobody. There's been nobody. And it's really weird. It is very strange. So, yeah. I mean, this might be a bigger wormhole than I even know it. Maybe even Nelson doesn't even know how bad this is right now.
Stop making theories. Stop making theories.
No, this is like dead ass. I'm being
no
serious. I'm being as
conspiracies.
serious as me. Do we know for a fact that there's somebody working on Unturned Console right now? I don't think so. I don't think anybody could say with certainty that somebody is working on Unturned Console. I can't, and I've been looking into this for the past 2 months. I don't even think Nelson probably can because he believes in 505 Games to do the right thing. But when Final Five Games is basically telling me that, oh, giving me dead emails that don't even exist, then I'm like, what is really going on? I don't know. It's so weird.
The dev team is probably comparable to current Team Fortress 2 dev team.
I think so, but the thing is with them, it's like, I mean, you understand why Valve is the way it is, because it's more so like everyone can choose what they want to do, and just no one wants to work on Team Fortress 2. That's the reasoning. But with Cradle Games, literally they were picked up by 505. And what I'm looking at Cradle Games is that they don't give a fuck about any other projects that they're working on besides Hellpoint, which is this random MMO that nobody knows about. And they're like, and that's the only thing they promote. They only promote Hellpoint, nothing else. So if that isn't concerning as well, then I don't know what is, man. It's so weird. It is like, this could be like a whole entire like fucking like scary like video that exists on YouTube right now. If someone wants a fucking video, Kendelar, if Kendelar is listening, I know you're the console guy. I don't know where you are now because we've been kind of in the shadows, but if you're listening right now, Kendelar, I'll give you all the screenshots. I'll give you all the info that I was able to get. You make a unknown mysteries video and be like, who is actually developing Unturned console? Is it 505? Is it Cradle Games? Nobody knows. Is Unturned console even being developed? Woo!
The very next day, Charles was found dead in his home with 2 bullet holes to the back of his head.
Yeah,
it was really suicide. Okay,
it was suicide. I was tied up. I was shot twice in the back of the head, and it was just I killed myself. 100%. Yep. No, like literally, I don't know, man. This is actually like it's.
Okay, but I don't care about any of this stuff. Can we talk about the guest and like maps and stuff?
Can we actually?
Bro? Like, yeah.
I need to get started to drink. Let me drink something. But yes, Timo, I'm sorry for like being sus in the beginning part of this episode, but let's go ahead and like bring it back to Timo. Timo, you've been working on projects for a couple years now, and I've actually seen your stuff since the Italy stuff that you were working on back in the day.
Oh no, Italy, please no.
Bro, what's wrong with Italy?
Well, I mean, it's not even that bad, but it's stuff that I've seen of yours, and that was kind of like the first kind of real like thing. I was like, oh look, another developer, and I was like, that's cool. And then you made Glacier Arena, and then like I was like, this guy. Ugh.
Bro, there's nothing wrong with the polar bears. You literally just shoot the polar bears. Why does everybody get pressed about the polar bears?
Okay, the polar bears got fixed. This was the problem with the polar bears. I think Timo could attest to this because I think he understands that this is probably the worst part of it. During the original launch of Glacier Arena, the polar bears were faster than players, even with running. So you can't even outrun most polar bears. And then if you get into a fight, right? Let's say you get into a fight, and like a polar bear pulls up on you. You're immediately doing damage. By the way, there's no skill involved. There's just a random polar bear pulls up, tries to nom on you. Meanwhile, you're trying to fight somebody else. It's just unfair, in my opinion. And that's a lot of that happened so many times in the original Glacier Arena, where I was in the middle of a fight, right, and like 2 or 3 polar bears would just pull up and then start killing me, and then I couldn't outrun them, and I would have to actually focus the polar bears and then just die to the other player that did not get focused by polar bears. So literally, the game was dictated by the polar bears. It wasn't dictated by skill. It wasn't dictated by anything else. It was literally dictated by if a polar bear runs up on you, you have to focus on it and kill it instead of fighting the other player that could see you trying to kill the polar bear and did not have a polar bear following him. That was the problem with Glacier Arena.
That's why you gotta pay attention, and that's why you gotta, pay attention to your surroundings and really burn down those polar bears.
Glacier Arena now, it's been updated. Right, Timo, right? It's been updated like after that point, correct?
Yes, I think so, but recently when the support for that content files ended, the map broke, and the materials are black, and
besides materials, I mean the map still works as a map, besides materials wise.
Yes.
But after that fixture where they fixed polar bears being faster than players, then that became actually fun. It just was annoying that you had to pick between, do you want to kill the other player and die to a polar bear, or do you want to kill the polar bear and die to the other player? It's just not cool, in my opinion. It just wasn't fun. And I think a lot of people that were playing Glacier Arena when it came out could attest to that sentiment, because everybody who had to deal with like 1 million polar bears being on that map. So, yeah, I mean, that was like, that was why, like, God damn it, Timo, why would you ever do this? But I did buy the Glacier Arena bundle, and that's something that I did buy. So you're welcome, Timo.
Okay.
Okay.
Poor Timo.
About the polar bears, I think that they were too strong at the beginning, but with the updates, I made them quite balanced. But people were still crying in the comment section.
Honestly, bro.
I think now I don't think they have any right to, because I think it is more so like you could literally outrun them and kill them pretty fast.
Back then, I have to pay attention to more aspects than just killing the other player. I have to think.
I think
no, I think it's fair now. It's more fair than it was before.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about the Unturned community is that like it's afraid of new stuff, and I think this is just one of the many points to that argument.
Honestly, like
I agree with that.
Like those dudes that in the latest map jam on the comments that were like, "What do you mean, new game modes? What are you talking about? That's not possible. Everything's been done."
Yeah,
like,
I mean, not even that. It's just like, the movement update I think was the biggest example of that, with the of the freezer people crying over the fact that you can now launch yourself and stuff. Right?
I think a lot of the problems with that. I'm gonna talk about this, but the problem with that was literally nobody represents the PvP community whatsoever. I think everybody that's in their community kind of clowns on them to a certain degree. But there's a lot of, I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, a lot of Unturned players, even the people that I'm still around, they still play Unturned now, so hate certain concepts that get added, or like hate certain things that show up because they're unnecessary, right? They believe it's unnecessary. And maybe it's something that should have been done like a long time ago. And it's like, okay, yeah, do it now when nobody really cares. And it is really sad because it is development. At least we're getting development on Unturned, and it's still good to see, no matter what. I don't care what it is. And, respect to Nelson for that. I think that's something that a lot of people don't really have. I was also going to ask him if we ever get Nelson on the show, is do you feel like you ever treated like a robot and feel like almost every move you do is almost like just like you're the imposter, like you're just sus, bro. Like,
oh my god!
How many times? If he ever comes on here, don't say that. Don't ever.
I'm not gonna say it like that. I'm just memeing, but like at the same time, like it's similar to that. It's like, do you feel like you're just considered the robot and that nobody really cares about anything that you do? The majority of players don't care about anything that you do. I think that's fair to ask, because if I'm being honest with you, I think I know almost every community member that exists in the Unturned community at one point has been pissed off at Nelson. There's been a moment where almost everybody has been mad for something stupid that's been done by Nelson, or something like really minute. I think we could all agree on that, right?
Probably.
I don't remember me being angry over something that Nelson made. Maybe I'm just not.
And I'm not saying directly you, but I'm just saying everyone. I think everyone knows somebody that's pissed off at something that Nelson did. Like, it's been mad for a certain amount of time, or something has been happened that like they're mad at. Like, it's kind of insane. The amount of people that are, the Nelson haters, bro. If there's like a billion Nelson haters, I'm one of them. If there's like, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
Bro, Nelson, if you're listening to this, there's no such thing as a useless feature. A feature is a feature. An option is an option. That's all. That's what I gotta say.
The only useless thing that Nelson has added in the current era is literally offsetting the text on like the tabs. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
No. You see, it's useless until someone discovers it and it does something creative.
Yeah, exactly.
The offset of tabs? How do you change it?
Yeah, honestly, the fact that the option is there is good.
There's no option to change it back.
Where's the option? Listen,
where's the option?
Charles, you need to let me question the guest from now on. So, Timo, what inspired you to start making Glacier Arena, like with the polar bears? Did you just want to change things up?
I think the main inspiration or something like this was because I like the climates of Greenland, Iceland, etc. And I saw that there was no snowy map except Yukon for now. And because I'm, working alone most of the time, I decided to start small and make arena map. But I wanted to make this arena map a bit different, so polar bears come to my head, and I decided to add them. Also, that
Okay.
makes the map a bit harder than any other arena maps.
So Timo,
Oh,
you
yes.
mean to tell me that you've never
Definitely.
played Ural Mountains?
No, not really.
You are a disgrace. You
Because
know
you're
what?
making
Bro,
stuff up.
Euro
There's
Mountains.
no map like that.
I gotta say something about Euro Mountains. It is okay. How can I say this in a nice way?
No. Like the
Let's see if I'm
the
right.
actual like amount of hate that people give the carpet should be given to Ural Mountains. I don't think anyone could ever disagree with that statement I just said. I'm just saying that. Like, yeah,
But
it was
why
an interesting
would-
concept, but it just sucked, bro.
Listen, why would
True.
anyone say carpet is a bad map?
I know,
Honest.
but that's what I'm saying. The people that are delusional and think that it is a bad map, like, I don't even think about Euro, bro. Like, Euro just passes by in their head, bro. They're like, what? What? Euro Mountains?
it's-
That exists.
So,
Carpet
Timo,
is
what
like,
did you think of my Glacier Arena lore video?
When I first saw that video, I was like, "What the fuck? This man guessed everything right."
Yeah,
You're lying,
Bro,
bro. You're
let's
lying.
go.
clearly.
Timo
Maybe,
was not.
No, I think maybe that the notes were too easy to understand, or they were just perfect. I don't know.
No, he's taking the Danaby approach. He's not making lore, and then he's letting Knight make a video, and then he calls it lore. That's what you're doing, Timo. I know what you're doing.
Maybe I don't know, but
This is
I
good.
think
This is good. I
that
like this. It means
the
my theories are
lore
always
on
right.
Glacier, the lore on Glacier was made like 2 days before the release, and the whole the CVR thing. I don't even remember what was this for. So sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. If only it was curated, then it would be canon. Oh
I mean,
well.
it was featured.
True, it was featured.
I mean, I think
Like,
Glacier.
I emailed Nelson.
I mean, to be fair,
about
Timo, hold up on this idea of lore. To be fair, this is the Knight Rider we're talking about here. This guy made make believe lore for Elver, bro.
It's not make believe lore. It's a theory that Danaby never contested. Like it's just. It's not make believe lore. I basically wrote the lore for Elver. Let's be real here.
Just like how you
Or-
made the
or
lore
did
for
I?
Ireland, and then did a video on the Ireland
Yeah.
lore that you wrote.
Yeah.
The Irish
exact-
Knight Rider.
The Irish. Okay, that wasn't me. That was Zafirka who named me that.
Stupid.
And then for Rio, I'm gonna be Brazilian Knight Rider.
Oh my God, this
apparently.
guy.
So,
Rio-
yeah, I did.
Rio.
I
How
can't,
about-
bro.
how about
I
you
what
become
what
the
am I
Rio?
supposed to say? Like, hey, stop doing that. Like, bro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I gotta
real-
hit you.
I just
The
think it's
real
funny.
Knight
The
Rider.
real Knight
It is
Rider.
funny. It is funny. The
real-
real Knight Rider.
Yeah,
So
you
let's
should do
talk
that.
about Map Jam, Timo.
Yes, I was about to bring that up.
What?
Fix the Thunderbolt.
Did you play the original like jet fighting arena map, and is that what inspired you to make kind of an updated version of that?
I had no idea that map like this exists. When I watched the Map Jam podcast episode, I saw that someone mentioned the Me Like Big Boom, arena with jets, and I was like, "What? I never
Yeah.
heard of this," and I have no idea why I never heard of this, because sometimes I watched Me Like Big Boom, so.
He subconsciously
True.
planted it into his head, and he forgot about it, and he was like, "You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that." And he didn't even know that he just made a better version of the Skyfight. Like,
No, it's like it's a collective unconsciousness for the Unturned community, and Timo unknowingly tapped into it.
no, yeah, actually, yeah, this is the conspiracy now. This is how Serati stole my entire video idea for like 2 videos on his channel. And I told Trident Games like my ideas, and I literally Serati stole them. And I was like, bro, this is I literally said this to you. This is the exact wording. I swear. Trident was here to be like, yeah.
And I thought Knight is the schizo one.
Nah,
Bro,
he doesn't even
We
know about the
both
tree
are.
lore yet.
What do you mean
shut
tree lore?
up, Charles, shut up.
The moment that I see Knight Rider talk about tree lore is the moment that I know that Knight Rider has now actually gotten to the lore levels that I expect from the lore channel that exists.
There is
today.
no tree lore. There is no.
There is no tree lore. There is no tree lore.
For now.
Thank
For
you.
now.
Definitely no tree lore. I mean, No, okay, I'm gonna say this real quick. For anybody that's listening to this, there is tree lore in Unturned. There is tree lore. That's a real thing.
No, there isn't.
And you just need to figure it out, because I found out, and I was amazed. I was shocked by how in depth Nelson went for this idea. And I was like, oh my god, this is the reason why Cerati was replaced by the Biohazard Cerati. And that's why the Sombrero Cerati doesn't exist anymore, because he was replaced by the...
What is this episode? What is happening? What is going on?
If you guys don't know the extended Cerati lore of Unturned, I don't know, man.
I'm leaving the podcast.
You say this every episode, bro.
Yeah, someday it'll be true. So how long did it take to make that map jam map? Did it take the whole month to do it?
I think it took like 20 days because I was like away for a week because of vacation, and when I come back I didn't have the terrain made, the aircraft carriers, the jets, and I have like 3 days to make them all, and I spent like 15 hours a day with 9 hours of sleep in these 3 days to make this workout.
3 days?
Grind set. Let's go.
So the majority of the map was just like made in 3 days. Oh,
wait, Timo, you're telling me that the entirety of Skyfight was made in 3 days?
No, I had the models. I just had to do the Unity stuff and then put these things on the map.
That is
in 3 days.
Very.
Yes.
Bro,
that is impressive.
You know what? I take back anything I said about the previous about Skyfight, like not deserving it. I mean, it still doesn't deserve it. Like Thunderbolt didn't even work, but still.
Bro, come on.
No. Okay, the only issue I found out, the issue with the Thunderbolt is not a map thing; it's a server thing because of how Unturned works.
Yeah.
It's because the server and the client literally just disagree on where the rocket is.
Yep. And that's the
I think that's the problem with Unturned. Yeah, like Nelson, fix your
fix the Thunderbolt, Nelson. Fix the
Nelson, fix your netcode.
It's true though, because actually with rockets, this is a secret lore. If you shoot a rocket in third person, bullets actually travel on the right and left. So there's actual skill involved with third person, but people just don't think about it. So, but the difference is the only weapon that does not have this problem is the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher is the only thing in the game that will forever shoot in first person. If you shoot in third person, the rocket will shoot like the entire where it shoots, like the animation that it plays, like the explosion, will go in that area, but the rocket didn't land there. It landed directly in somewhere else, and directly in front of your player.
This what you're talking about is most noticeable on like maps. I mean Knockout. Ever since Knockout came out, ever since the movement update happened, and people started experimenting with like frag rounds.
Nah, I mean, that's what
no, because when you go on when you go to first person on a map like for example Knockout, and you use the Boinger gun, you shoot yourself in the feet. You go straight up. When you switch to third person, it launches you to the side. Yeah, it launches you to the side. Exactly.
That's what people figured out, like that it exists. But I've known this for a very long time because. Dude, I'm gonna be real with you. The sweatiest Arturo, Arturo's not watching, but still, Arturo was literally doing this shit back in 2016, and he literally would fight people in full spec ops with nothing but an Eagle Fire in burst, and was able to outplay every one of them, outplay every top player.
I mean, there is
Eagle Fire and burst.
Some people say that Nelson is cracked with the Eagle Fire.
No,
so.
I've been told the secrets of Nelson Sexton. But then again, I want to do this video where I get Nelson Sexton to fight the best under PvPers that exist and see if he's able to go toe to toe with them. Because if he's able to, then I don't know what I could say. I could say that almost anyone cannot tell Nelson that he's bad at PvP, at least that he's bad at his game, because he was able to go toe to toe some of the best players. I want to see it. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, the best players like me and P9 and me and
Night.
What's up?
Stop lying, please. Anyways,
Night.
Back to Skyfight. That is the okay. So
that is the only thing that Trident has said this entire episode.
What has Trident said?
He said night night.
Yeah. So what?
Trident, Timo was here. Say hi to Timo.
Wait, Timo, what did you do?
No, you did not just say that, bro.
Bro.
To be
Wait,
fair,
did you create Skyfight?
Yes, that's why
I-
he's.
I-
He made Skyfight and Glacier Arena, bro.
And
Come
it-
on.
Okay, I like Glacier Arena. At the same time, I don't. I really do not like the idea of polar bears on it.
Oh, shut
Even though it
up!
makes
Shut up!
perfect sense.
You're bad! You're bad!
Plus, I never played Skyfight, so I can't really say anything about it.
I only play Skyfight in single player. I like the models.
I played it on
How
a
do you-
server, and I was going.
No,
insane.
Night. Can you explain to me how do you play this on single? It's an arena map.
No,
How?
Well,
You're
you
a
load it
loner.
into
You're a
single
loner.
player,
Fights
and then
yourself.
you
You're a
jump
loner.
in,
You're a
and
loner.
then you
You're a
fly
loner.
around
You're a
with a jet.
loner. You're a loner.
Stas, he literally fights himself.
Yeah, that's what I do. And then I jumped out on the island and realized that I
Inside of
couldn't
me,
move.
there are two wolves.
To be fair,
One is inside a bullet, and the other one is in an Orion.
the thing is about Skyfight that I really hate was because Stas kept playing it over and over again. I'm like, Stas, gotta stop, man. He's like, no, I can't. He's like addicted to Skyfight. I don't know why.
No, I
Ross,
am.
can you load up your server with Skyfight like right now?
I can. I will actually.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
I will.
bet.
No, but he's like addicted to Skyfight, and it's actually kind of worrying because I'm like, why are you using this map? This map's so bad. Like one of the vehicles doesn't even work half the time.
Shush.
Oh wait, what about the racing one? The racing one was like no
Never
We're
cars
just
played
talking
on.
about map jam. We're just talking
And
about.
if you,
They did,
Timo's work.
didn't they they couldn't get the racing one to work or something?
Yeah, it doesn't
oh
work.
no,
It doesn't work. But anyway, no, but Skyfight was fun for the most part. I think it's a good update or a good like kind of revealing of that old MOBB map that he had back in the day. He did on like Twitch where he would stream those fights with the jets. It was a good memory. It was kind of funny because I like how nobody in the community called you out for that, Timo. Like nobody said, "Oh, he's literally just made an updated version of MOBB's like jet fight arena." And nobody said that to you, Timo, correct?
Yes, and I
Besides
was kinda
me.
surprised by that.
Besides
Yeah.
me, it's kind of ridiculous. Like
You're
people
old.
are forgetting. People are forgetting the stuff that was created back in the day. That's
Because
really
you're
concerning,
old.
bro. I'm not that old. I haven't been here for
You're
that
old.
long.
You're old. All you're doing is nostalgia. Dude, you look at your Twitter, bro.
Look at
You live in the past. I mean, I can't blame you for that.
the past was amazing, bro. The past had so you know. This is an off topic. I got on topic so many times, Timo. I'm so sorry.
I mean, this is the Unturned podcast.
This is
That's
the
what we
Unturned
do.
podcast. We always derail everything into something completely different, but
Uh-huh,
it's Unturned
uh-huh.
related. I was looking back on a lot of the old content creators that existed back in the day, and I was thinking to myself, I saw like Hayden, like I saw like people like Hayden, and I was like, man, bro, what happened to us, man? It was like a different I remember like it's weird still seeing Serati there. It's still seeing Serati today because I'm like listening to Serati talking. I'm like, man, how times have changed. Same with Danaby, same with Phantom Miner, same with well, technically not Hayden because Hayden deleted everything. Same with Union, same with Manoman, I guess, and even was it Daba? Yeah, that's his name. Like it's weird. G Ricky, watching G Ricky back in the day. It's weird how Hayden, G Ricky, and Union were all together most of the time in most videos. It's so and they just like casually really just do whatever. Like that was the generation of like OG Unturned videos. It's just strange to look back on and being like the only people that really survived in this entire community was Serati. Serati was the only person that made it through the
Sole
entire
survivor.
Yeah, Serati is the only person that's still around. Technically still around. Oh, Trident left.
And we lost Trident again.
Trident.
Trident is not here.
Trident
He's
is
gone.
so silly, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Let's say
Gone.
Trident.
Trident
Gone.
Games. Silly goose.
No, I think the reason why it is because Unturned is an old game. It's an old game, and the community is how would I say that? It's not big, but it's not small. Okay, it's like,
It's the weirdest case in gaming history.
True.
I think we are the weirdest case in gaming history. That is I think that's the technical truth. Here's the thing about this. I think Timo, what era did you come in for Unturned? Like, when did you start playing Unturned?
I started playing Unturned in like 2016.
Nah. Did you watch any of the content creators that existed back then?
I think that I watched like only I think me like Big Boom and Trident Games.
Hell yeah, my man, bro.
Yeah, and that's I think all.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's still weird. Think about like how many people are still around to this day.
Bro, not even P9 did. You should be ashamed. P9 to please sponsor.
Because I mean, even with P9, as much as I probably will give him shit. Like, I mean, I can't really talk shit because this guy's been here since for a very fucking long time. I mean, I literally was watching these videos. I was rewatching a little bit of Jerry's videos back in the day in 2017. The game looks so different from then. And I'm like, man, how this game has really changed when it came to its art style and everything about it. And I'm like, man, things have really changed. And I'm watching like P9 talking to like the 480-bit voice chat, and I'm like, it is kind of funny. Think about who lasted the like everything, who's still here and who's not. I'm old, I guess. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying for a while.
I don't want to believe it, but like, it is funny to think about. It is funny to think about.
Stage 1 is denial.
I'm not denial. I'm not denying it.
For example,
I'm way past my
rage.
time, and I'm still under 25, bro. I'm still way past my time and still under 25. That's all I'll say.
I can't wait for you to talk about Unturned glitching when you're like a care home for old people.
I'll tell my kids, I'll be like, son, let me tell you about the jerks. Let me tell you about the union. Let me tell you about the baby. Let me tell you about Danko B1 and 2 and where Daniel is actually dead and it's not real.
And they just say, yeah, Grandpa, take your pills. Take your pills,
Let me tell you about the Knight Rider. Well, they can't say that to me because everything is being recorded. Like, everything that is happening, like, this is like a time capsule we're thinking about it, because in the future, in like 10 years, this is still going to exist. These videos are still going to exist.
I mean, the channel will be around even if we're not doing it anymore, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, you can't tell me that I'll be like, that somebody's gonna tell me that, like, I'm insane, when literally all the proof is right here.
The proof is right here, I'm telling you.
Yeah, everything is right here. So, I mean, you can't really attack me for it. I don't know. Timo was asking,
yeah, we can.
Do you have this type of nostalgia? Do you have this type of nostalgia for anything that's been going on related to Unturned, or no? You just more like, you're more like chill and like really don't care?
Nostalgia. I think that I had nostalgia when Staswalle uploaded the Washington music.
Thank you.
Yeah, it hit me because I played Washington for like I don't know 1,000 hours, and this was I think the only map I played back in the day. Like I had to say that I have played PEI for maybe like 3 hours in total, and maybe like 10 hours of Russia, and the rest of this time is on Washington. So when Staswalle made this music, I was like, yeah, good old times.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I'm kind of aiming for the nostalgia factor with all the loading themes.
I mean, personally, I just hate Staswalle. No.
Wow.
Josh, what do you think of? I don't remember. I think it was Dynanate. He made a Nightcore remix of Virtual
it's lit,
Sunset
bro. It's
and The
lit.
Bridge Where Rains.
It's lit, bro. It's lit. He literally just
Yeah, I
sped
gotta
it up.
say,
and it's
Nightcore
lit.
is
He literally
underrated.
just
I
sped
will
up.
fight.
It's amazing.
I will fight anybody in the comments who tells me that sped up music isn't objectively better than the original.
It depends.
I
How
will
could I
fight
not
you
think
all.
of that?
It depends.
Just
I
raise
mean,
the BPM. Oh my
it depends,
god.
because I mean,
that
like, I
was
listen to some sped up songs. Like, I listen to Rock With You, but it's a sped up version of Michael Jackson's Rock With You, and I really like that song because it's just nice. But Michael
Now,
Jackson
Dynanate, if you could make a Eurobeat version, that would be even better.
Okay, you see, Eurobeat actually requires you to change the samples, so
Can you make a Eurobeat version then, Staswalle?
yes, that's what I'm.
Please, Like, of
Exactly.
that and the virtual sunset.
Oh my god. People listen to my other stuff. Thank you. Okay. Stop talking about me. It's not my episode.
No,
Yeah.
virtual sunset is your best
Poor Timo.
non-unturned song, to be on, in my opinion. I love virtual sunset.
Thank you.
Timo,
Thank
have you bought something from Staswalle's store?
Oh my god.
Can you repeat?
Have you bought something from Staswalle's store?
Not yet.
I'm gonna leak
Dude.
some. I'm gonna leak some info right here. Staswalle
What do you
has
do?
a nuclear bomb that he's able to launch on like every community member if he really wanted to, and it's kind of scary to think about. He has names, addresses, he has everything about somebody, bro.
Bro,
If
that
you bought something from
Staswalle, if he
okay,
was a
just
Clash of
fueling.
Clans clan leader.
He's just fueling that one conspiracy going around.
No, there
Like,
is no conspiracy.
what do you mean?
There's no conspiracy, Stas.
Oh, yeah, it's not a conspiracy. It's facts. Yeah, exactly.
No, I was just gonna say there's nothing, but I'm just saying that Stas is in control. Okay.
So, Timo, what inspired you to add a lore tab to the NPC in Skyfight?
Of course.
I don't know. I just thought that aircraft carrier is cool. On Russia, there's one, and I wanted to connect this in some way.
So wait. You
That's
didn't.
good,
You did
that's
not
good.
make that lore tab specifically because there's a person in the community that makes lore on Unturned videos.
No.
Are you saying you don't want me to make a lore video on Skyfight?
I mean, if you want, you can. I will be happy, but
It's
I
free
wasn't
promotion.
aiming. To be honest, I wasn't even sure if anyone will notice this tab or even read the lore.
Bro, I'm gonna be real.
Hey,
Timo.
listen.
That was the first thing I
Here's the
saw.
thing about writing stories for your map. Even if you are the only person who cares, that's enough.
That's
That
Oh
is enough,
my
Timo.
Oh no. Okay. I'll say this.
That's for every map maker out there.
I'm gonna
That's
ask
enough.
Timo this because I think this is a very interesting question. Timo, did you think you were gonna win first place in map chat?
Actually, no. I thought that I was gonna be eliminated, like first, and I wasn't even getting the third place
I mean,
because when I saw the map, I don't want to pronounce this wrong. It was like the Quake Arena.
oh,
Yeah.
Lansu.
Bruh.
Yeah, and when I saw knockout, I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna lose 100%." And when I was at my grandma at this time, I got a message from Renaxon. He was like, "The results will be in 1 hour, 2 hours, something like this." And I was like, "Okay, I'm waiting." And I waited like to 1 p.m. in my time. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. The results will be tomorrow. And I wake up at I think 3 p.m. randomly at night and was like, oh shit, maybe the results are in. I checked my phone and I saw a message from Renaxon saying something like congratulations and the link to the forum with MapJam results. And to be honest, when I saw that I got first place, I was able to sleep for like next 4 or 5 hours.
Amazing.
That is dope. How did so?
So how's it
Did
feel
you feel
to
like?
take,
Did you
Defense
feel like
Crystal's
proud? Do you think you're better than everyone else now, huh, Timo? Is that it? Is that it? You think you're better? You think you're better?
Timo. Hold up. Timo, how does it feel to take the #1 position from Defense Crystal?
Oh, shut up, Charles! Quit bullying them. Quit it. They did their
Well,
best. Just
Defend Crystal.
let sleeping dogs lie.
Defense Crystal,
I think-
yeah, Defend Crystal, bro. It's
Defense
Crystal Defense.
you stole the #1 spot from them.
Defense Crystal. People are getting it wrong. It's not Crystal. It's Defense
It's
Crystal.
Defense Crystal.
Yeah, it's Defense Crystal. Yeah.
We already bullied Animatic for getting it wrong.
Nah, but
Yeah, I saw that episode.
Timo, were you like you? Well, you were alleviated, and I was like, oh, thank God, right? I didn't lose that hard. I won. Did
be
you?
honest-
What was your like first reaction? Like, were you excited? Were you like, oh my God, I won?
I was like, shit. And I was like, this for next 10 minutes. And I wasn't believing the first sight. So I turn off my phone, launch it again, and checked the site again, and it was still first place. And at this moment, I was super happy. And when I woke up the next, a few hours later, after I finally was able to sleep, I told my grandma that I won, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's fantastic! But what do you want?"
But
Yeah, what did you? Yeah, what are you gonna put your gold skin on?
I took the Heartbreaker skin because Washington nostalgia, and this gun is very popular here on Washington.
I do have someone who would like to speak with you, Timo.
Bro, why did you?
Would very much like
stop.
to speak with you.
Oh my God.
No, do not do that.
Oh my! I told him to pay attention and answer immediately. He's
no,
stupid, bro.
Knight, no,
so stupid.
Knight, we've discussed this before. We've discussed this before. Knight Rider does this. I tell Knight, don't do this, don't do that during the eps, because I just wanted to keep it us. And he just like adds people for no reason. He adds people to group chats for no reason. They don't need to be there. They don't need to be there, and it's like, why? Why are you doing this? I go, why?
Yeah, but
Bro, I wanted to do a funny meme where I was like, Doug, do you have anything to say to the person who stole first place from you?
No, that's just rude. That's just rude. I think.
That's the joke.
Well, here's the thing. With Doug, besides that, but Doug didn't even think that he was even gonna get like third place at the beginning of it. Like he didn't.
Doug
even think he was
would.
gonna get because he was
Doug
afraid.
said that he's gonna lose to Lancier.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna lose like heavily, but he got second place, so he was very relieved and very happy about the results. Anyway, but like
Lance should have got second place.
I mean, to be fair to Warm Isolation, I mean it was something that like really wasn't really seen. If I'm being honest with y'all, like it's not really something that we see at all nowadays. Like, when's the last time you saw something like that? When is the time that you've ever seen that in Unturned?
I think it was the most original idea out of all of these because it was not a PvP oriented map, alongside Defense Crystal.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why Defense Crystal didn't win. Honestly, this is the funny part. When I told Animatic, Animatic was not gonna put a poll for the community to decide what map was actually like their favorite. He wasn't gonna do it, and I got mad at him. I'm like, why wouldn't you do that? Like that actually kind of angered me. Why wouldn't you just like at least do it for fun? It doesn't affect it at all, but just do it for fun. And he's like, okay. So he did it under the same SCG for post, and Defense Crystal got third place. Oh, just for context here, I didn't vote for Defense Crystal. I voted for Knockout because I believe Knockout is amazing. I love Knockout.
Yeah.
But literally, I didn't even think that Defense Crystal will get so high, but Defense Crystal got third place, and I was like, you know what? Yeah.
There is a reason, yeah. I mean, to be honest, yeah. Knockout and Operation Skyfight are the two most maps. Fuck, I can't make a sentence. Are the two maps where I had the most fun out of all of the map jam entries. I mean, hell, I made a goddamn spreadsheet for Operation Skyfight just to analyze which jet is the best by numbers.
We all agreed it was the Bullet.
No. You said it's the Orion.
I believe it was Orion at the start because I thought it was just better.
It's the same. I mean,
I think
it's the DPS. Okay. So let me. Okay, you had your chance to nerd out, Cucuy. Okay, now it's my time. So you see, technically the Bullet has like twice. I mean, fuck. The Orion has the twice DPS of the Bullet, but the Bullet has a much larger health pool. So if they go toe to toe, the Orion actually wins by like 10 milliseconds, I think.
That's such a stupid.
Which is actually amazing. Timo, I asked you, have you done this on purpose? And you said yes, you didn't.
Yes, I didn't.
Yeah, you accidentally balanced the jets perfectly, which is even more amazing.
This is a lie. You're just lying, bro. man talks about the Bullet in Orion and says, you make the most balanced jets, and it completely ignores the Thunderbolt. Completely ignores the Thunderbolt from even existence.
We do not talk about the Thunderbolt, okay? It's okay, Kiki, you know what? It has a very high skill cap. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'll say this. If you made a bomber plane, that would have been more fun here than the Thunderbolt.
How would a bomber plane work on jets.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
What?
I think this
Okay.
would be my ideas because I think you made two gunner ships, right?
Yes.
This would have been my idea. A long range like sniper, just a sniper, a sniper jet, not rockets, like an actual sniper jet. That like
I mean, Are you still planning on developing Skyfight?
I mean, I planned to add another jet, but I also wanted to keep this as close as possible to the map jam version, to people see how the map was like when it was first uploaded.
I see.
I hope you know what I mean.
I mean, you could have two versions. Oh my god!
Make a green sniper jet. I'll say I will retract everything I said about the Thunderbolt if you make a green sniper jet in Map Jam, because if you think about it, there is 4 terminals within every aircraft carrier, meaning that there is a 4th jet supposed to be there, which is
hidden
this green
lore.
sniper.
There was supposed to be 4 jets, but time. Time.
What was
and
the
I
4th
had
jet supposed
not
to be?
enough. It was supposed to be the one that shoots rarely, but strong, and it was supposed to be called Hornet, and
That's the
with
sniper jet.
And yeah, and the design was the black and yellow stripes on the jet. So, but I scrapped this on the last minutes. So
I mean, yeah, if you had like 3 days to put everything in game, like, I understand. It's still impressive. I mean, I guess it all paid off, right?
I think so.
You know what's the most impressive? That you are, I think, the only person who worked by themselves on the map jam. Can we talk about that?
I think the worm isolation. I think Mr. Gunn also worked alone.
That's true.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, the only 2 entries.
This does say something that I do say when I was reading the results. I'm like, how does Skyfight win? Because I'm being real. Like, I mean, I get it, right? I get it, right? But like, as someone that knows about the previous works, and also like, and I was like, one of the jets is not even functional because of the way that Unturned works. And plus I was literally glitching that map heavily during the playtest. I was like, I don't know, but the idea itself and the way that that was how it was based on, right? And then I was like reading through it, and I was like, you know what, it makes more sense because Timo did work by himself and did this all on his own, as opposed to like everyone else kind of getting help from like other people. So I was like, you know what, that changed my mind on the placement, because I think it is fair. Because I think
okay. I changed the server to Operation Skyfight, and literally 5 people just hopped on right now.
Yeah, they have issues,
I think
bro.
that speaks volumes.
That has
Alright,
that shows.
I'm getting on.
That shows the problems with the Unturned community. They all see Skyfight and they join it, thinking that it's going to be a fun time, but they're going to just get sniped from a mile away by the bullet. Let's get real here.
Kiki, hop on. Let me light you up.
let's get real here. I don't know. It was fair. I think the placements were fair, but Defense Crystal should have gotten 3rd place. I'm just.
Oh my god! How many times do we have to tell anyone? You know what? We should host the Defense Crystal server. To be honest,
if Defense Crystal worked with more than just 4 people, then yeah, I'd be down. But the thing is, it only works with 4. So
I like the concept of the tower defense, but the difficulty scaling is just.
Staswalle should buy 20 servers, all for Defense Crystal.
Dude,
with
I
4
got
players max.
build for my server today. Okay, shh. Later.
let's talk.
If people buy my stuff, maybe.
Here's something more interesting. I think I want to bring it up. This has nothing to do with Timo, because I'm sorry, Timo.
Bro, why'd you bring them on?
Because I love Timo.
I love Timo too.
But Timo is a background developer that I think I've been following for a very long time, like literally since Italy. So I've known about him, and I was like, again, he's not really like crazy, but like he's crazy with it. Made some pretty funny things, and I'm like, you know what,
Timo, would you consider making a curated map?
I'm working on one currently.
Okay, what can you tell us about it? What can you tell us about it?
What can I tell you? I'm sure it's gonna have lore and the quest lines
Yo!
with quest lines with something called, I think, super event, Unturned super event
Ooh.
at the end.
Okay.
It's gonna be set in America, and
Alright.
it
I'm sorry.
it will have a slightly different play style, I think, than any other maps.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait. Are you the only one working on the map, or are you a part of a dev team?
I'm working with one other person, and Relaxon agreed to make some guns.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this is a project I am not aware of.
So this is a
I'm
project that
looking
will not
forward.
fail because it doesn't have like 10 people following it.
True. Okay, so fingers crossed for that one.
Yeah, let's.
I started this project like half year ago, and then I stopped this. Then I decided to make the Italy rework, and sadly, I think a month ago, my computer crashed, and half of the rework files got corrupted. And I decided to scrap this, and now after the Skyfight,
No!
I came back to this project, and now I'm going full time with this.
Okay.
So yeah, good luck. Fingers crossed. Because
Thank you.
Yeah,
America is a
fingers.
big country, and I think like how many?
Wait, are you just picking a
How many-
state?
Yeah, is it a state or is it like?
It's based on a state, but I don't know if I will keep this, exactly like the state.
Okay.
Okay, so it
It's
follows
Albuquerque,
the
New Mexico.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. You see, what he meant by alternative gameplay is that you don't actually PvP. All you do is you start a meth empire.
I mean, if I'm being honest with, like that's kind of like RP servers now. You literally can't do that in
yeah.
RP servers. You literally can become Heisenberg in sub servers.
Can I ask one question? Why do all RP servers literally all that happens there is just people doing crime? Like,
Honestly.
It's always like selling drugs, breaking into a bank. This is like life RP, right? This is
live RP.
life RP. I saw that one image of like people dressed in like Spec Ops military gear with the caption, "I love simulating real life. I love simulating real life." Like, do people have just like a desire to do evil stuff and they just
They
restrain
do it in
themselves?
They can't do it in real life.
Yeah, they just do it in Unturned to poor children. I guess.
It's so messed up. No, but if there was like a map where you could become Heisenberg in the quest line and be like, I'm not in the money business or the meth business. I'm in the empire business, and you literally have like a bunch of like NPCs giving you money because you create like the purest meth, and then literally you get like hundreds of thousands of like mesh or something, and you make tons of.
You're
filters.
giving people ideas. What you're
Dude,
doing?
I don't
right
give a
now.
fuck if someone does this. Like this, I was thinking about this for a while. I was like, the Unturned podcast is literally the ideas podcast. You could just steal from me, and you can make it like things. If you make something out of this, I don't care, man. Like you could do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I don't have no know-how about this. But if you get any ideas from me, go ahead and just do it. I don't care. Just if you do take an idea from me, just tell me about it because I want to see it. Because I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. That's so cool. I want that though. At least tell me if you're gonna do it. I think that's the only thing I want from you.
I think that RP in Unturned should only be like zombie apocalypse RP.
Well, that's
it
just
doesn't
that's
make
just
sense.
Unturned.
It
Then.
doesn't make sense.
That's
yeah.
just Unturned. Then.
Yeah, but nobody RPs in
Okay.
just Unturned.
I mean,
See,
technically,
because people fail to realize that Unturned has transcended the survival FPS genre. Okay, Unturned has
Mhm.
become not that.
Unturned
I
is-
wanted to say that it become more, but it just became a more PvP oriented game, and that's kind of. Let's go back to the point that people are like afraid of like new stuff in this game. It's because people think that Unturned is still a survival game. Well, it's not. It's just not a survival game anymore.
It is a survival game. It's just a casual survival game.
No. It's a PvP game with survival mechanics.
No, I don't know what to tell you, Staswalle. That's simply not true.
I think I know what you guys are trying to say. I think it's fair to say that Unturned is a casual survival game, but the Unturned community really had no other way of progressing in Unturned, so they went to the only thing that you could get actually better at in Unturned, which is PvP. Let's think about it.
I mean, yeah.
Because, I'm gonna be real with you, what other skill cap is there in an Unturned? What's a skill cap? What are things can you do to better yourself in Unturned, to better yourself than the other player? Tell me right now.
Be better at surviving.
You see, I guess when the building planner was added, you
can be way better at cranking 90s on children. Bro.
You can do that. It's still pretty ineffective.
It's a joke.
Did Leono even try doing that with a tool-assisted speedrun, I guess, technique, and it's impossible.
The problem,
I mean, it's not impossible. It's just very, very hard.
Well, I mean, I think you can do it now because Nelson made it so that you can slightly raise a floor up, meaning that you can technically have a wall between somebody and somebody immediately. So I will give Nelson credit there. There is some plays you could do with the building plan and floors now, but to make like an actual wall and everything and build like a house like Fortnite is able to do, it's impossible. Like, that's actually not a reality. I remember when people were crying. The entire PvP community was crying because they saw the building plan. Were like, "This is gonna ruin everything." I was laughing at them because I'm like, "This is bullshit, bro." We all know. I know that this is not gonna be at all infecting everybody because it's just too slow. Like, and everyone just didn't like come to their senses and realize that this thing just couldn't compete with right clicking and an F1. It's stupid. It's stupid. People are dumb, but. I mean that's the way that we're coming to now, I guess, kind of now with the updates. I will say this: there's been a lot of things that have changed with Unturned, but it's sus. But I still think it is still the casual survival game that it's at core value. It's the casual survival game, but the community
at its core, yeah,
the community has turned it from the only thing that you can really actually get better at, which is PvP, and that's what the community that exists currently still in Unturned today is the entirety of PvP servers. That's why. And it also makes me mad when people try to say, like, oh, they're just ruining the community, when literally don't realize that the problem was that there was not enough content to keep the survival scene up. So literally, the only scene that even existed still was the one that didn't base it around anything that had to do with content. It literally had to base it around with the other playing being better than you. And you need to better yourself. So you continuously going up and up and up and up and up. It's actually, it's kind of funny.
One of the reasons why I think that's happening is because, tell me, when was the last time we've seen a new zombie type?
True.
It was back in like 2017. But not even that, Stas. I would say, when's the last time that there was even a survival like mechanic added into Unturned?
Yeah, true.
So I mean, I don't know why these. I'm gonna classify these people as the old Unturned like survival veterans. These what these people are. They're like survival veterans that don't play the game anymore, that still complain. And then they just complain. They're like, oh, complain. And it was really annoying too, because people like Robocast during the peak of this complaining was like a person that everyone was just looking up to and was like, yeah, you're so right, Robocast, without even realizing that the problem was there just wasn't enough content. And then when there now is enough content, they still complain and they're like, oh, like they don't talk, like they don't say like, oh, like thank God for Danaby, for making a good quest line and showing that the entirety of the workshop scene can be actually good for the survival scene. No, I don't see any of these people fucking like saying like, thank you. No, they still complain, and it makes me so mad. And it still makes me mad that these people still exist in our community. Like, I know I'm a stickler of the old times, and I still get kind of like disappointed with certain things. But like still, like these guys are like just like I don't know what to classify them. They're just annoying sticklers of the past that just complain about Unturned. It's really annoying, and they're all concentrated within
right
very
to complain.
Microcosms of the Unturned communities.
I am a complainer.
I think that
Cry about it.
Buak might change a few things, because when he's like Toothy talks about like
he's gonna add more survival related stuff. He's gonna make it harder.
Buak is gonna strike the core of Unturned again.
Let's say
Yeah,
this. Let's say
I'm
this.
ready for this.
Let's make a bet right
Like
now.
the best balance of casual survival and actual like fast-paced PvP.
Let's
what
make a bet. Let's make a bet
Unturned
right
should
now.
be.
Let's make a
It
bet.
looks beautiful.
I don't
from
want to
what
make a bet
Because
though.
I'm
What
100% going to say this right now. I believe when Toothy drops his map, which if said to believe, well, everything that's being said, because I haven't really seen much of Buak. I mean, I've seen a lot of Buak than most people, but like nothing when it comes to more mechanics, right? But I 100% believe that nobody's going to talk about like Buak's new like contributions to the survival scene, and instead just like complain even more. There might be like 2 videos that exist from these sticklers of the old times, and they'll just be like, and then that's it. That's it. There's no more. And no one will give praise or credit and be like, yeah, thank you, Toothy, for like showing us this could be done in survival and giving us more survival. No, they're just gonna keep complaining.
I absolutely agree with you. Everyone will complain. No matter what happens, people will complain. That's
you can't please everyone, but I know I will be making a bunch of videos on
Buak. You can't
Buak.
please these people. No, you can't please these sticklers of the old time that don't play.
Sure you can. You're literally talking about me right now, and Arid pleased me. I like Arid.
No,
Arid.
You're not one of them. I'm talking about the people that played Unturned 2 and then went into Unturned 3 and then
those
saw the
people
fucking
don't like
community.
Arid. Those people don't like Arid because of the Zolash, because the Zolash is not the maple strike.
They don't like Arid because it's not in actual Unturned. They'll make that fucking claim because it's workshop and they don't care for it because it's not actually made by Nelson.
Those are the kind of people that say that Arid is just too different.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not talking about Unite.
They can cry about it then. They can cry about it.
I'm talking about the people that came from 2.0 era and early 3.0 era that are still today and don't play Unturned in the current era and still complain. That's who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people like you that literally played survival in like 2017 to now and are enjoying the new content, because I think this is differentiating between the 2.0 veterans that got into Unturned 3 and then complain about Unturned 3 as opposed to people that were born in Unturned 3 and then literally just continue playing Unturned 3. There's a complete difference. Okay.
Anyways, yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
Okay, let's get to the.
Let's get back to Timo. Maybe.
Does Timo even care?
Of course, I care.
That's just what we do on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you fine?
I'm fine.
Do you think out of everyone in the community, who's the sussiest of them all?
Alright, I'm leaving.
No idea.
You have no idea.
There are many sussy people.
There's no sussy people. You know what? I mean, I don't know if I should take this as offense or like a compliment, but okay. Timo, do you think the Night Rider? Do you think the Night Rider is a really good content creator?
Why you asked me the questions
I'm just stalling for time for current time.
Okay.
Okay. I think the Knight Rider videos about lore are very good, and to be honest, I think that nobody made videos about lore of Unturned before, and I think that many people don't even care. Yeah, and many people care about lore in Unturned, and I think that's kind of sad because it has a lot of potential to do. It adds this nice touch to the map when it has a lore.
I agree. I agree that there was nobody before Night Rider that did lore and Unturned. Like, who would ever come up with that idea? Like, that's kind of silly, bro. Like, who would work on
Ratty
lore?
did videos, but if you look at it, no one got the community interested in the lore, or at least got talking about the lore more than Knight.
Now in the current era, yes, in the current era.
Honestly,
yes.
I think the saddest thing someone can say about Unturned lore is like no one cares. Not that it's bad, not that it could use work or it's not detailed enough, just that no one cares about Unturned lore. That's the worst thing you could possibly say to a writer or an artist or somebody who's actually trying, in my opinion.
I think
when is the book coming out? The Unturned book? Come on.
I'm working on it. Don't worry about it.
And there is no Unturned book.
I'm working on
the
the handbook for Unturned. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be really good. Like the Unturned, like the Minecraft handbooks.
I didn't even want to know how many Among Us references
there's
you're gonna make.
There's gonna be like only like one. Okay, listen. If I'm making like an actual workshop book, I'm gonna just make sure it's good. Okay, that's all I care about.
Charles should die.
Why you all hate? You know, you're a hater, Knight.
You're
a hater, Knight.
You're a hater.
I am.
Listen, I am just like progressing the scene, and you're just like devolving the scene, bro. That's all you're doing.
At least I'm not devolving as a human being.
You're devolving.
No, I'm not.
Timo,
No.
what do you think about Staswalle? What do you think about Staswalle?
Oh my! Are you just gonna ask?
You're just asking, bro. Dude's fishing for compliments.
I'm not even asking for myself.
Now.
I'm asking about you two.
I don't need compliments. I don't need people to justify my existence.
So would you say that?
Talk about let's talk about the real elephant in the room. Okay, what inspired you to make the GPU campfire mod?
Oh my god.
Tarkov. It burned my PC,
okay.
so I decided to make a campfire because my GPU was burning, and this idea was very stupid, and I thought it fitted Unturned perfectly with the stupid mods. Yeah, there was some mods, I don't know exactly who made them, but they were like I think landmine sandwich or something like this.
Oh,
and
that's Susu. Yeah, that's Susu.
yeah. And I think the GPU campfire fits this vibe perfectly.
Yeah, of the goofy.
I can see that.
Mods. So I am not the only one who hates Tarkov for its performance. Oh my god!
Tarkov just sucks. Like, I don't know why a large majority of people in the inner community like play Tarkov. Like, just stop playing that game.
You know why? Okay, because a large portion of the Unturned community is really into guns, and Tarkov really right.
I know.
No, listen. If they tell you that the game just brings them pain, then why should I try it? I did, and yeah, and
I have found an issue, Timo. I can just hide in the ocean, and I won't drown. My plane won't explode, and I can just
you will drown.
wait.
You will drown. You do have a timer. It does exist. I tested it.
Why am I? It's okay.
No,
I guess I'll wait because I can't get out.
Yeah, you can't get out, and you will die eventually.
There's an entire under the water. There's the kill volume, so I have no idea.
You will die. You will die. Here's something I want to say.
Debugging life.
Here's the thing I want to say to Timo. What would you say to your younger self from like your experience from today? What would you tell him?
That's a hard question. Maybe when I first started learning how to do things in Unturned, like modding stuff, I started like in June 2019, and like 1 month after I started learning the map jump cam, and I was like, okay, I know absolutely nothing about making stuff, but I'm gonna try. And after I think like 3 weeks, I was like, no way, this map is gonna make it somewhere. I'm gonna just give up. And I think then Renaxon told me to don't give up and push this thing. And I think if he wouldn't told me that, I would just scrap the map and never enter the map jump contest.
Aww.
I think the Renaxon is the main reason I'm here.
Renaxon is
so sweet. Renaxon, you get this man a cookie.
Alright, so this is what we have to do. We have to go back in time and remove Renaxon and delete Unturned from his PC before he even starts playing it.
If we do that, I will stop existing. You are aware of that.
Well, you gotta make some sacrifice.
Hey, stuff happens,
I'm kidding. No, good on Renaxon. Renaxon, he is a bit silly at times. He is a bit mean, but there is things behind the scenes that people don't know about.
I think Renaxon. I like. I played with him a lot, so I think I got this good contact with him, and maybe I don't see this, but I think he's a nice guy, and he helped me with all of the Unturned modding. Also, Danabi helped me also a lot.
Oh, that guy.
So, yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Well, yeah, well, not many people know about that, so yeah, nobody knows about that. So it's good to hear that.
Both of them are really important to the Unturned community. Not only because they make content, but just the sheer amount of people they help. If not even like help directly, it's even how would you say? They just mentor them, I guess. I mean, Danabi literally gave me his product key to serum. It's like
you get hunted down, bro.
It's like
get hunted down.
software for making music. So yeah.
Well, there's one.
Now I'm
Man,
legally obliged.
Renaxon canceled Arid Lore, so I don't know if he's that nice of a guy, really.
Okay, there's one last thing I want to say before we end this episode, because we've been going on for an hour and 15 minutes. Because I just want to make fun of everybody that was involved with this. Unturned game night finally happened after like 2 months.
Oh my god! Don't we?
What do you mean don't? What do you mean don't? Are
Don't.
you afraid? Are you afraid for me to tell the truth to everybody?
It was a disaster because there were so many like annoying random people, bro.
Just say European. Just say the word European. I know you want to say it.
No, it's not that. It's not that. Just because they happen to be European doesn't mean anything, Staswalle.
And why was
I wasn't even talking about you. I wasn't even talking about you and with you. But I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it, Staswalle. Am I right?
What?
Shut up.
I think the best part about the whole event is that we tied at the end with another team, even though me and Liam won 2 games and we're supposed to be counted for 2 points, and we still didn't get the point because apparently it doesn't count because you guys won the same game.
Yeah, it doesn't count if like both people are still alive. It's just 1 point per team, no matter what.
I don't think that's a fair rule because I think getting both your teammates to live all the way at the end and win
is much harder.
Nobody else in the game was able to do that besides the other team.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying it was a disaster. Like Knight, I disagree on you with that. But
thank you.
Things you need to improve is, first of all,
organization.
Tell people what it is about before.
We did. They don't listen.
I don't think you did.
When did you make a single announcement like what the Unturned game night is gonna be?
That should be enough.
No, that never happened.
You did not.
Oh my!
I literally
next
don't.
Time we'll do that, and next time we're not adding random people, only content creators. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I guess what it should be.
I believed Will Lemons put the whitelist plugin that he has on the server and was like, "Oh, these are just whitelist all the people that was invited." But all these randoms came in. Dude, I'm gonna be real with you. I should have won this event, but if it wasn't for the randoms that showed up to the event, that little try-hard green scans that showed up, then I definitely won the event. It was so funny to think about because I remember the leaderboard. We were on the leaderboard for the Dango event, and literally I was fighting the 2 randoms that showed up last second. I was fighting the for first place between them, and I only lost because I spawned in the bad location in the last 30 seconds, and I couldn't find anybody. Dude,
I was rooting for you, Charles. I think
the majority of people were because the 2 guys were random people, bro. They weren't even invited.
Oh yeah, it was just odd.
Okay, I have rallied my Discord server to vote for you. So
no, but like I was telling like Liam because it was me and Liam this games that were doing this event, and I just told Liam I'm gonna win this event. Like if we lose this. Then we actually are the worst players in the game if we lose this somehow. And Liam's like, "You're right."
Oh my god, confirmed.
And I was literally fighting for my placement, and I was 2 points away because I got a bad location to land, bro. I was looking at the scoreboard, the last second of the scoreboard before we got kicked out, all of us, and I saw that the skill ceiling was so disproportionate. 5th place had 38 kills, meanwhile 3rd had 48. Had a 10 kill difference between the places, bro. That's insane.
Rip.
Dude, I don't even know how like what the others got, but like the skill difference was so high. It was actually kind of insane. Like me and Liam were killing it. Like me and Liam with 3 and 4th place, but holy shit. Like I don't know, man. The event was fun, though. I will say that. That was event. I was sweating, bro. I really wanted that placement so bad, but I lost to 2 randoms, dude. I could not believe it.
Rick.
I could not believe it.
Okay, so
in my heart, I won. I know I won that event. but it ended in a tie. But I know I won that event in my heart.
The biggest scopes of
Yeah.
2022.
For real.
The funny thing is, Stas says this, right? But like when the game was over, you
I
and Wichu,
suck.
you and Wichu both said Charles won.
No, we did.
I think you were the two people that said Charles won. No, that's uncool. Charles just won this event. There's no way in hell he did it.
Yeah. Do you know that we actually were, me and Vici were in the voice chat, and we are like, who's there? Like when during the spleef phase, right? We would say, oh yeah, we need to eliminate Cookie first. We need to eliminate him first.
No, I swear to God, dude, I told Liam because I had like cosmetics on for the first like 5 games, and Liam had his off. He didn't have any cosmetics whatsoever. I said to him, I feel like I'm getting targeted the first second that like the game starts, because I swear to God, I wouldn't shoot. I would just run, and there'd be like the entire game just shooting me, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. I legit, it was like when we saw you like eliminated, we were like, yes, finally, now we have a chance.
We have a chance, bro. I was I had to turn on my cosmetics because everyone was just focusing me. I felt like I was the imposter, bro. Everyone's about to vote me out.
No, listen, I still have flashbacks after you joined our clan on Arid, okay? I still have flashbacks.
I literally won like 6 people they had Zolashes with the pistol, bro.
This guy comes to your base.
Bro, every time I get the Thunderbolt, I just lose. It's just over.
You need to aim lower. You need to aim lower because because the rockets on the client go straight, but the server shoots them upwards for some reason.
That's weird.
You can actually notice this when you shoot the ground. Like the explosion.
All I know is when it looks like it hits a jet, it just disappears.
Yeah, because the client thinks that the rocket hit, but the server just like you missed completely. You can notice it when you shoot the ground. The explosions just happen somewhere else, and this is an issue that was happening for a long time. Because I remember when we were playtesting Arid, I remember that when you shot the RPG at long distances, the projectile and the explosion would miss, like not match basically.
Yep.
So it's just a server thing.
No, but on Arid. No, that was like the first time I played Unturned with you, Stas. I think so, right?
I think we might have played before, but not on a survival server. Not on like a survival server.
Not like a random multiplayer server.
This guy comes up to your base singing the Among Us theme and just asks for a gun. You give him the most shit gun you have in your base, and then you see people dying in the kill feed. This is the
that's how Unturned should be played.
I mean, that's how I play.
I think that he mastered it. He's got the efficiency D beret for a reason. Okay.
Efficiency D beret.
Okay, I think we should wrap this up because this is getting a long.
Finally, I'm like so bored. This is the most boring episode ever. Just kidding.
I think we talked a lot about things. I don't know. I don't think we could ever say that an episode was boring because I don't think there's been an actual episode where we don't stop talking. Like it's like I don't think there's an episode where like there's a full minute of dead air. That's never happened in our show.
Yeah,
good point.
We've always talked. There's always something to talk about.
Let me just make a point, okay? That it's not the worst episode, okay?
Well, I just feel bad for Timo because we didn't ask him so much, but still.
Timo, we love you.
Timo, do you think that Unturned as a whole in the future of Unturned is going to be bright, or do you think it's just downhill?
I think it's gonna be bright. Like with the current creators of the maps, and not only, I think this game is gonna be only better. Also, Nelson is doing a good job recently with the updates.
Do you think Unturned will get to the point where it's on the level of content creation on, I guess, like on the mainstream, to the point where literally Staswalle could have 1 million subs?
Oh my god, nah.
I don't think, because the Unturned is an old game, and there are people that played this game like back in the day, and
technically
now they
Minecraft's
just
an old game.
forget about this.
Rust was an old game, and they were shit when they first came out.
Yeah, but when looking at the current situation of the Unturned creators, I mean on YouTube or Twitch, it's not the best one, and I don't think that there's gonna be something that will change this.
I have a plan. I'll say this. This
I
is
hope
this
so.
is a
I
secret.
hope so,
This is a
but
secret inside scoop for the people that are listening at the end. I have a plan for the
Okay.
future of Unturned. I just need to be allowed to do it.
Okay.
I have a whole plan of how to revive Unturned and actually make it break into the mainstream. There's so many things that you could do right now, and there's so many things that I know right now that would fucking boom if certain people said the certain right things. Like, it'd be insane.
Oh, I know what he's talking
Like, it's
about.
insane how, like, I have the blocks all set up. I just need this one thing to finish up, and then once I'm done with it, it's over, bro. We are all blowing up, bro. It's over. The Unturned sequel on the mainstream will be elevated to the point where it'd be, like, amazing. If everything goes right.
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about...
Yeah, on that
He's
note,
gone.
I kicked him out. On that note, this will be the end of this episode of the Unturned podcast. I've been your host, cucuycharles, and I was Timo.
Yeah, any last things you want to say, Timo, maybe?
I think I said everything.
Alright then.
Timo, do you understand?
I guess.
You understand what this means for you, right?
I think so.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. You have a good day, and we'll see you on the next episode. Hopefully, with the certain guest that we'll be having. Goodbye.
That's certain.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.